What is good, TubeUbers? Your boy Chugs back again today, backing up off our last video, all about the bicep rupture, the bicep tear, off the bone, distal bicep gone. That's what we're looking at. We're continuing the vlogging. Went down to the specialist today and had a good chat, kind of figured out, when I'm getting my surgery, where and how and what the process is involved and what the rehab looks like. So I figured I'd take us all through that, just in case anyone is going through something similar or ever does it, they can have a look and go, oh, this is shit. Even though I'm sure they'll feel that way themselves. So I am getting my surgery done on Friday. It's currently Wednesday. I did it last Friday, so it's going to be a full 7 days, full week cycle of when I actually did my injury to getting it surgically repaired, which is, I guess, good time. Obviously, I know a lot of elite athletes get it done the next day and whatnot, so I'm pretty stoked with 7 day period. My bicep hasn't fully rolled up my arm yet, so the specialist and surgeon did give me the indication that you should easily be able to kind of pull the bicep out through one insertion in my forearm. Otherwise, if he can't get it and it's too stiff, he's going to have to make another insertion in the more upper part of the bicep to actually pull it, or lower part of the bicep versus the forearm to actually pull the bicep tendon back through. Took me through the rehab. He did say I will be in a full sling or brace, depending, for at least the first 6 weeks. Doing zero movement was literally what he said, except for maybe some like supination, and pronation kind of movements with my hand or wrist, and maybe like small bits of flexing might be okay, but we'll wait and see. He then said, 2 weeks after that is kind of just slowly grudging to learn for your arm to extend again, without ripping it and damaging it any further. Hopefully the 6 weeks gives it enough time to properly heal. We then talked about, after that, you got like another 2 to 4 weeks where you're kind of almost getting back to, fully rehabbing it and making it work, in our favor. Going a little bit heavier. Slow and steady is the game plan. And then obviously after 12 weeks, it's kind of like, well, hopefully I have enough extension and flexion and different movements that I'm actually able to continue my journey to some big ass pythons again, some 24-inch pythons. Hulk Hogan reference. God bless his soul. Rest in peace, my man. So what you gonna do, brother? What we have left is, we're done rehab, we're done when I'm getting it done, how it gets done. So that's a nice process. Also, based on how it gets done, hospital payments going through private, quite expensive for a 1 hour surgery, but is what it is. About $5,000 total I think it's going to cost me for the 1 hour. And lucky me, my private health is like, oh no, even though you've got hospital cover, we don't cover hospital cover, we cover public hospital cover. How does that make sense? Public hospital cover is Medicare in Australia, so what are you talking about? Like, it's already covered. Why would I then be paying for that cover? Stupid people. I may have lost it at some people today. I did lose it at people today. But people are dumb, and it's frustrating dealing with people that can't answer simple, basic questions. Like, what do I owe? How much will it cost? Give me a figure, please. Anyway, rant over. So it was cool. The doctor said my bicep should pretty much look the way that it did. Should have a limited chance of re-rupturing based on how they do the procedure. I'll actually put up a video now which I'll walk you guys through it about how the procedure is done and everything to do with that. Let's check it out. Alrighty then. We have a video of the distal bicep repair, the procedure, the process. If you're squirmish, look away. But no, it's not a real arm or anything, but it's, a visual representation of what's kind of happening. So let's have a look at it. As I said, you get the initial surgical cut in your forearm. If It cannot be pulled back. Like I said, you need to go another cut up around the bicep. I don't care about the scars. Whatever, you know, that's fine. My biggest question was, how do I know that you're putting it back in the same spot so my bicep looks the same? The doctor said that either there'll be, as you can see here, a bit of residue of flesh, or generally on the bone, if it's completely detached, it'll be like, almost look like a bald spot. Yeah, reference. On the bone to then be like, okay, this is where I need to drill and pilot hole and then put like a button and everything. But we'll go through it as it happens. So this is where they grab and pull back the tendon so they can attach it. They then clean up the edges, any of the dead debris or anything that's you know, whatever. They also kind of skim it so it fits into the hole that they do. They then kind of weave it all together. I think they call it a whipple stitch. And they kind of put this like, almost like metal mesh kind of like fishing line through the tendon so they can then also put it into the button, which you can see there. Now that button then, again, drill comes down, goes in, hollow out the radius that little bit, and a button goes down, and that holds the and pulls the tendon in place, and then able to hold it in place so it can't actually come back out. It's like it's locked off. As you can see here, they're putting it in, flipping it, and then pulling it up. They're then going to put like a little button or a titanium. Again, this is all titanium. So hopefully it's not rusting and anything like that. But, you know, they then stitch it in a little bit and then they put in a button or a screw type function thing. Not sure exactly what it is. I got told it was a button, but this looks more like a screw on screen. And that allows you to kind of clamp it in and hold it in place. Like literally not letting the tendon be able to pull back out. As you can see there. And looks pretty clean. Like I said, got told it was like an hour. I will be bruised. Apparently they might have to move a few nerves out of the way, so my forearm will probably be bruised. Worst case scenario, which I'm hoping doesn't happen, touch wood, was that you could potentially hit the brachioradial nerve or whatever it is, or just radial nerve, the main nerve in your radius, and that could potentially like paralyze your hand, essentially, like in the sense of you won't have any ability to open it again or move it and have any function, and you probably won't be able to restore function either. If that happens, well, goodbye to anything that I'm freaking trying to do here, okay? Goodbye life, goodbye my music career, which I don't have, but my job, my work, my fun, my you know, everyone knows how that could be. Obviously, I can try and rehab that as best as possible if it was to happen. I document it, whatever, but touch wood, I'm okay, and I don't have that worst thing happen. As that would suck quite a lot. And then you guys would all be terrified of the journey if you ever had to go on it yourself, because you'd see me just sitting here in a pile of my own tears, just crying. But that's not the case yet, and I'm hoping for good things. I think I need to be positive and think of positive outcomes, trust my body a bit and feel good about my body, even though it's let me down lately with these multiple tendon tears. But I need to get my confidence back. I don't know. I just need to feel better. So that's the update. That's the surgical plan. The goal, again, Friday night is the night. Going in, hopefully I can come back and talk about the process in the next video. If you don't see me again, I didn't make it. And that's your boy Chugs, signing off. Have a good day. Lots of love. Peace.